Ready? It's time. Fans are waiting. Hello again, sports fans.
Boom.
Hello again, sports fans. Welcome to the program alongside Corey Smith. I'm Jeff Cook. Sean and Jordan are standing nearby, ready to receive your call, 717-334-3000. We want to talk about the burning issues in the world of sports. So, Corey, what's new in your world?
Not too much. First show of April 7th.
Yeah, any good April Fool's pranks?
I tried, but nothing came to
fall for it?
fruition there.
Oh,
So
years past, I've been able to get Goldenville Gal to think that it had snowed over the night. Like, oh, look at that snow. What? You know, so, but no.
I do have an April Fool's story. This is
Okay.
from like years ago. This was, I think I was like a junior or a senior in high school. I was going to school. It was a senior year. I was going to school later. And
5
then-
or 6 years ago?
a couple moons ago there. But so I was getting ready for school, and then my dad, sends me a text and say, "Hey, where's your car?" He actually moved my car up the street, and then thinking it was like towed and all that there. But that was
You would be driving to school normally?
yeah, normally, yeah. And I'm
Okay.
like looking for my car, and then he's like, "How about you look around the neighborhood?"
Better
And
call the cops.
there it was. So that was probably the
That's a good one.
one of the all-time April Fool's jokes that was pulled on me. I tried to do a couple in the family, but
Yeah, a little
never comes-
heartburn until you
yeah.
realize like it was just, that seems like Johnny Knoxville-esque.
Yeah, so that was right in the arsenal.
But
So
really, yeah, that's,
I
yeah.
tried to get my dad back, but never
You
came.
set the
to-
bar pretty
yeah,
high.
That's pretty high there. So
Oh, that's a good one.
other than that,
Is he
nothing.
watching now?
He could be. Actually, he's probably watching the O's game right now. So
Oh,
he'll
okay.
probably.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the White Sox. So it's
They ran into a buzzsaw, the Buccos,
yeah.
the White Sox. Are they supposedly improved?
Well, they have the same record as the Orioles right now. They took care of business over the weekend against the Blue Jays, but right now the Orioles are up 4-2 in the top of the ninth. So,
Early start, I guess, huh? Yeah.
well, they actually changed the game. It was supposed to be an evening start time, but due to the weather being very cold, it was going to be in the 20s, at first
the
pitch
end.
there, in Chicago. So they
okay,
they
they're in
bumped it
Chicago,
to a 2:10 Central Time start for
that's
them.
fair.
So
That's fair.
I think there was another game, the Twins and not the Twins, the Indians or the Guardians and the Royals. They had an early start time as well.
That
So
makes sense.
with the brutal cold in the Midwest there. So
So I wonder how they handle that. Like, let's say you're a working person and you can't just take off. You're expecting to go to a night game.
they
Tough
can
apples,
probably
I guess, huh?
work with you or something
Yeah.
there. But
Because, I mean, those last minute changes usually aren't sellouts.
correct,
People
yeah.
can't plan ahead. So, speaking of planning ahead, a perfect time to acknowledge our current banner sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
These are businesses, or could be individuals, they could be Patreons, but they could also be banner sponsors. Banner sponsors donate $80 a month to community media. We are a not-for-profit corporation. Or if you want to go for a whole year, it's $880, which is a savings of $80, so 12 months for the price of 11. Just give us a call, communitymedia.net/sponsorship. Well, that would be email, communitymedia.net/sponsorship. Or give us a call, 717-334-3000. And here are our current banner sponsors who we so very much appreciate. Adams County Community Foundation, Adams County Sports Hall of Fame, Adams County Trout Unlimited, Classic Antique Innovations, Destination Gettysburg, Exchange Club of Hanover, and Gettysburg Railway. So, thank you, one and all. And if you'd like to be a Patreon, or a banner sponsor, give us a call, or contact us via email, communitymedia.net/sponsorship.
There we go.
All right, so, you know the drill. What do you got? Hot seat or?
I'll
or
let you
shining
start out
star?
with the Shining Star.
You let me start. That's good, because I just came up with something while I was sitting here. Okay, I'm Philly-centric, so I'm gonna go hot, shining star, as we emphasize the positive coming out of the gate. Bryce Harper slumping all season. The general manager implying that he's no longer an elite player. Well, yesterday against the Giants, he had 3 hits, 3 RBIs, including a home run, had a single double homer, and had the tying runs in the 7th inning. So a good chance to see Bryce Harper in action. The Phillies haven't played well at whatever that is. It Oracle Park now? Or is
Yes.
it called something? Okay. They traditionally haven't played well there, but the Giants are off to a rough start overall.
That's going to be one team that we're going to be talking about later on in the show
Yeah.
about some rough patches there.
Yeah. And then hot seat. I'm just going with the MLB umpires because, they do get embarrassed from time to time. We were talking about the Schwarber deal. Mm-hmm. I guess that was before we went on the air.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so thanks to you in explaining it so well last week, I understand it a little better now. It's a 3-0 pitch. Schwarber takes it. It's about chin high, or Adam's apple high, thyroid high, whatever. Calls it a strike. He immediately taps his helmet and starts taking off his ankle guard or whatever, all his protections from getting hit by a pitch. And sure enough, it was 2 inches out of the strike zone. So the umps kind of get him back. I mean, overall, I guess, I don't know, I guess it keeps stats on how often they get reversed.
Yeah, I don't have the stats for tonight's show, but I can get that for next week. They're in depth.
Oh, yeah,
there
they're just
with,
developing. It's only, we're 2 weeks into the, we're not even 2 weeks into the season.
No. I mean, teams
10
haven't,
games.
just played 10 games there. But, I mean, we're, last week we're at 174 challenges. So I would figure we're probably at, 250, 270 now. So kind of
Yeah,
crunch that there.
and
So
you're seeing teams aren't going to waste one in the first inning.
or shouldn't, yeah.
They shouldn't, but as long as you're 100% sure you're going to win it.
Like I was watching the game yesterday with, or actually it was earlier this afternoon with Kansas City. The ball was right down the middle, and he just tapped his helmet, or the catcher is like, "Hey, you called that a ball? It should have been a strike." And then they reviewed it, and it was clearly in the box there. So, it's not that long of a challenge either. It's 10 seconds,
Yeah.
maybe less than that there.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. Then they show, is it a graphic or I don't know how they generate that view, but just if the ball is at all touching the outer edge of the strike zone, it's a strike. So, I mean, it's really literally splitting hairs. That's
Yeah.
how much, I mean, sometimes it's a hair, the width of a hair out of the zone, and that's a ball.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, I'm not sure if we mentioned this, the first week or last week. They actually measure every player, from 10 o'clock to 11:30 in the morning because that is their peak heightness. Because when they wake up, they shrunk,
Taller.
or such
remember
there.
that.
So
Maybe when I go get my height measured, it should be early in the morning.
yeah,
before I
11:30.
shrink.
Yeah. You don't want to do it, 8 o'clock in the morning or such there. So I found that very intriguing once I heard about the science of how they measure, players at a certain time frame there. But before we get to the call, I'll give you my Shining Star hot
Yes,
seat.
go
I'm going
ahead.
to
Who
go
do you
with
have?
Sandy Alcantara,
Yeah.
for the Marlins. He threw a complete game shutout, his 5th career shutout last Wednesday against the White Sox. And so far this season, he has pitched 2 games, 16 innings, not allowed a run. He pitches as soon as we get off air at 6:45.
So he's the shining star.
Yes, that is the Shining Star. That would be kind of bad if he was a hot seat
I
there.
know.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, they pitched tonight at 6:45. So let's see how Sandy does once we go off air. So he's been pitching dominant, but you look at the teams that he's been facing, the Rockies and the White Sox, not murderer's row right there. So you see what happens with the Reds, but he's been pitching almost like 2023 version of Sandy, not like last year. Sandy, with the
And
ERA at 5.
Miami's tied for first along with the Mets, the Phillies, and the Braves. Could it be a four-team race? We'll see.
We said about this a couple other teams, with like the Pirates, they get off this blazing start and then they just kind of flounder into the ocean there. So
I think last year they didn't, but like two or 3 years
2
ago.
years ago,
I mean,
yeah.
for a long, they'd be the best record in the baseball, leading their division, and then
Memorial Day weekend, and then
a steady decline.
so speaking of hot seat, I am going to go with Seattle's outfielder Julio Rodriguez. He's off to another slow start. The month of April has been his bugaboo. Ever since he started in 2022. His average hasn't been over 250. In the whole month of April. So he's struggling right now. He has 0 extra base hits, and he has struck out 14 times. 33% K rate. So his batting average right now is 228, and in the other months he is batting 278. So it just kind of shows you kind of like that lull right now, in April. But then he turns it on.
Yeah, the Seattle fans probably aren't worried. They just like Harper's going to hit, Schwarber's going to hit. Alec Bohm, I'm not too sure about, but how about for shining stars? Was the guy's name Adele that made the 3
Yes.
home run saving catches? Joe, what's his
Joseph
name?
Adele there. Some people could say
Joseph?
Joe Adele or
Joe Adele, okay. Angels, correct?
yeah. The first 2 catches were very similar, kind of right up against, they had that yellow line where
He
he
like
called
reaches
it.
over and pulls it back. But
Yeah.
the third one, was that the one where he went into the stands?
A lot of people were kind of saying that's a little controversy because, they said that that shouldn't be a catch, it should be a home run because
The ball cleared the fence.
the ball cleared the fence, he is
And maybe
over
the
the
others couldn't even see if he maintained possession all the way, what is a catch, like the NFL?
So what they're saying is his foot has to be in play where he catches the ball. Where he catches it, he kind of loses balance and he goes into, out of play there. But it's almost the same as when you're looking at a foul ball. You don't see it too often now because they have the screen, the fencing or the, all around.
Netting.
The
Netting.
netting, that was the word I was looking for. The netting all the way around. So you don't see that too often now, but for home run robberies, if you're, into the fans, you still catch it. It kind of brings me back to the Derek Jeter catch where he slammed right up against the seat.
Tarp or something?
He had that bloody chin and, the face cut up there. So I look at it, if you catch it, whether you're, in the grounds or by the tarp, I say it's a catch. I don't see what the controversy is. I mean, he clearly the ball didn't come out of the glove. You kind of see that
Is
angle.
there a
there.
rule about that?
Catching.
The rules of baseball, I mean, when is it, well, remember Harper came back from a long injury and he caught a foul ball and went over the fence and into the dugout. Now, that was an out.
Yep, that's still credit as an out then too. Yep.
So, I mean, is that any different? I mean, the dugout's out of, I guess it's not out of play. You can run down in the dugout and make a catch. And it's been done before, I'm sure.
I think just, some people were just up in arms just because of how they saw the play, because he was standing inside the, by the
Yeah.
crowd and all
Right.
that there. So
And what, he caught it and ended up falling into the stands.
correct, his momentum and all that there. So I
How
just,
how can you call that not a catch? I
Yes.
mean,
so I'm right
That would
with you.
take
It was impressive
nerve.
there. So yeah.
okay, well, so he's deserving, Adele.
And
No relation to the singer from England.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
so
And then my other shining star.
he spells her name differently
Yes,
also.
yes.
Go
I'm going to
ahead.
go with UCLA women's basketball team. They got their first championship.
First ever.
First ever, yes.
And
They
their
beat-
coach used to listened to what John Wooden had to say. That's pretty cool connection.
Yeah, she was saying like every Tuesdays or such there, they would have, talks and all that there. So
Does she teach her players how to put on their shoes and socks? I mean, that was a big thing
Maybe,
for Wooden.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that was the key to the title.
But just the way that UCLA, beat South Carolina, by 28 points, and they went 37-1, just a remarkable
happened
season there.
I guess they saw South Carolina, they saw UConn back down, and they said, we're not backing down, and they just controlled the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that happening, have a one-sided game like that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a close affair throughout the game there, but
Yeah.
they just put the foot on the gas pedal. They were up at the highest by like 32 points at one point
How
there.
about Gino Auriemma in the hot seat?
Yeah,
Is that fair?
that's.
I know he apologized. I don't know how Dawn Staley reacted to the apology.
They both apologize and they just want to move on there,
Yeah,
but
I don't blame him.
we're not going to move on because we're going to, kind of talk about it a little bit there. But yeah, just, the actions there, the heat of the battle, that's a big rivalry.
I think
right
Hurley
now.
made sure he didn't do anything outlandish last
No.
night that would negatively reflect on the institution. So, yeah, heat of the battle, you get caught up, but you can't be a bad sport. You got to be above the fray and shake hands. I mean,
And then, right now, South Carolina's got
Protocol.
UConn's number right now. They, beat UConn 6 of the last 8 times. So, and one being in the 2022
yeah, I
championship game, when South Carolina beat UConn.
they
So,
want to bring it home for their coach. Mm-hmm. So, well, that's good that they can at least get along with each other and shake hands. Well, I didn't see apparently he was upset that she didn't shake his hand before the game, but I saw footage where she was shaking his hand.
yeah,
see
I think
that?
it was something with, they were talking before. It was almost the before and then, 3 minutes before the game or something like
I
that.
mean,
there.
is
I
there
don't know, yeah.
some special
Unwritten
charm
rule.
with the way the order in which they? I mean, I saw her shake his hand before the game.
I saw the highlights of that too. Yeah, I didn't get it
If
either,
I'm the
but yeah.
lawyer on that case, I think
Yeah.
I can win it.
But yeah,
It's
just
not gonna be a case.
just kind of seeing how that unfolded there, and then going back, to UCLA, they had their full starting 5, all seniors, and
Yeah.
all projected to be first round picks in the draft there. So
When's the last time that happened? A team in basketball, men's or women's, had 5 senior starters.
well, it's kind of hard now because of all the transfer portal, and especially for
I
the
think
men's.
George
where-
Mason, maybe, they had like the mid-major teams were able to hang on to their best players a little longer.
Mhm.
And now, I mean, I guess you get paid a lot more in the NBA. I mean, Cooper Flagg, great example. He was 17 when he started college. He's still 19. But he's making a lot more money. I know he got paid in college, but you make a lot more in the pros.
I guess we can segue into the phone call got dropped. So
Robert.
well, we're back on. Yes.
Back. Hey, Robert, sorry to keep you waiting. Corey and I had a lot of burning issues the other day. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, you.
You got the Williams Grove finish for us?
Well, I got some news for you first, though.
Go ahead.
One of my drivers is injured.
Who could that be?
Anthony Macri.
Macri.
He was number 1.
No, he's hurt.
Oh, Macri's out. Car accident?
Yeah.
Oh,
That happened over last Friday.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Well, we'll have him in our thoughts for sure. That's tough. Hopefully he'll be all right.
So he's got trouble with his T4 and T5.
P4 and P5.
What about him?
But that's where his arms are.
Oh,
So it has to do with your back again.
his vertebrae. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we wish him well.
So he's going to be out of action for a while.
Pelvic, I think.
What else you got? How are your Stros doing?
My throws are doing well.
Are they really, Corey?
Yeah, they're actually in first place.
That's pretty well.
They are tied with the Halos at 6-5. Rangers are 5-5. Seattle
Those
4-7.
mediocre divisions.
Yeah,
What's
so,
Oakland? Or now
well, Athletics. Or,
That's right.
Yeah,
The Athletics.
they are 3-6, and they're
Sacramento.
playing the Yanks tonight.
3-6. Ooh, Yanks. They're also a good start. And like you said, Milwaukee is also a good start, and of course the Dodgers, the best team money can buy. But the 4-team log jam, it's early. It's so early, but you don't want to get out of the gate 2-8 like the Red Sox.
Yes.
And already, I'm sure there's a lot of disgruntlement in Boston and in all of New England. So,
I would
Robert,
agree.
what else? You know who? Did they race at Williams Grove, or was there a weather issue?
No other issue left this week.
Okay. Well, you want to give us the finish?
I want to do it.
You want to do it randomly? I know you like that. In no particular order.
Three.
Number 3. Go ahead.
Let's say, Smith.
Corey Smith.
No, it's not me. I'm
What's the first name?
I have no idea what his first name is.
Can we call him Smitty?
Yeah, look like
yeah. We can go with Smitty. Yeah,
Anybody ever call you Smitty?
a few, but not potently
Okay.
popular there.
All right. Would it be with a Y or IE? I prefer Y.
YE, yeah.
IE?
IE. Let me.
Well, whatever. They don't necessarily write it out if they call you that. Okay. So what's your next random place?
number 4.
4.
Is your very own Danny D. Gregg.
Gettysburg's own Danny Dietrich. Way to go, Danny. You get money for 4th?
No.
No?
You get recognized here on Sports Chat.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
right.
you get for fourth
That's
place.
priceless. Go ahead. What's your next random place?
Number 2.
Okay.
North.
North?
North.
Nort?
North.
Okay. I think he's saying Nort, but I
Nort without an H? I never heard this name before.
I just have it in.
Okay, Nort, second. Where do you want to go next? 5th?
Number 1.
Okay.
Lance Louise.
Lance Louise.
Louise.
Yes.
That's another familiar name. So who's 5? Freddie Raymer? Who?
Also, what name you have to do, because that's his favorite driver. The one that usually calls in every now and then.
Do you know who he's talking about?
No, I'm a little out of the dark on this one.
The one that usually calls in right now.
Carl?
Oh, yeah.
He finished second?
5th.
No,
Fifth?
That's the person that he's with.
Okay.
Who did?
Something with Carl.
Lance Louise.
Lance Deweese won it. Nort 2, Smitty 3, Danny Dietrich 4, and who's 5?
Let's go with Brett.
Brett.
All right.
Okay, there you have it. So, how's Bo Nix's recovery going? Any idea? Is he in rehab yet? He's had the surgery probably.
Oh yeah, he's I guess
Physical
months
therapy.
into the recovery process there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Corey,
Yes.
what you doing next week? Next Saturday and Sunday?
Probably watching baseball, and probably baseball. Just kind of seeing how that goes. Are you talking about this weekend, or that seems kind of not outlandish? But yeah,
But the following weekend. The following weekend.
I have no idea. Probably, I'll just go with my regular answer. Probably watching baseball.
You don't plan that far ahead.
No, I don't know. What are you talking about there, Robert?
SummerSlam is the 2 weeks.
SummerSlam.
Is that wrestling? Is that wrestling?
Yeah, it's way happening.
I will probably not be watching, and I'll probably be watching something else. But SummerSlam, I guess, 2 weeks.
Where is that?
Las Vegas.
All right.
Oh, wow, that would be a great trip. Robert and Corey go to Vegas to see SummerSlam.
I think it's WrestleMania. I don't think it's SummerSlam. I think it's
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
yeah.
Wow. Will the real CM Punk be there?
I think so.
And we're gonna have his alter ego CM Punk will be here for trivia. I don't know if he's gonna be in the studio audience. I never know. Anna and they work it all out peacefully. So you're gonna be here as a panelist, correct?
I'll be in the other room there.
Greg, we don't know about him, but he 90% of the time he's here, he wins. So he's our own Ken Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
So, Robert, you've been a loyal viewer for many years. What do you like about Sports Chat and trivia and community media in general? Any positive things you can say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Well, that's all we needed to hear. Thank you. So you can say positive things. You don't have to say them, but you can think positive thoughts. That's good enough for us.
Your co-host.
Yeah.
Corey Smith.
All right. Yes, I tried to, be as humble as possible, and just tell what's happening in the sports world. But yeah, I mean, if that's what's
What's
pulling
that
the needle
song?
there,
It's hard
yeah.
to be humble when
Yeah.
you're perfect in every way. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
it's hard
So Robert, what else is on your mind there?
Well, I'm gonna say something else too.
Okay.
Why can't we just get along in the world?
Why don't we get along in this world?
I said, why can't we get along? Because I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
There was a little incident that happened last Friday. Somewhere.
What happened last Friday?
There was a fight somewhere.
A fight?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was in the fight? Should we have him in
I
our
have no idea.
hot seat?
Okay.
This was at Hershey Park.
Well, how about,
Okay.
oh yeah, I heard about that. Big fight at Hershey Park.
Yeah. That's a lot of things are
A
happening.
great example for the kids.
Yeah. Hershey Park happy, not Hershey Park.
I saw
Sadness,
at a Phillies
yeah.
game, this is probably 30, 40 years ago. You could see these people throwing haymakers at each other, including the women. It was out of control. Security had to take over, but I digress. So, Robert, what else would you like to?
I want to say that something else too.
Okay.
What did you think about the Duke losing?
I was crestfallen.
That was a touch.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, you could really put it on Cam Boozer because there were 10 seconds left. He got the inbounds pass, and he could have just gone into a fetal tuck until they fouled him.
Yep.
He could have held the ball, but they would have had to foul him. He's a very good free throw shooter. Instead, he sees his brother. He gets a clean pass to him, and poor Caden, we know what happened. He should have just. He also had the same choice of just going into the fetal tuck and getting fouled, and even then you move the whole sequence to the other side of the court, and maybe he hits one free throw, or maybe hits them both, and then they can't lose.
Ball game there. Yeah.
It was a 2-point deficit or a 2-point lead, and instead he tries to go over the top. Somebody, Denery or somebody gets a hand on it. Next thing you know, Mullins is hitting it from the logo, and they lose. So that's how I was really. I was in disbelief when I watched it. I mean, I wasn't going to jump off a bridge or anything, but it was hard to believe that they could lose that game.
Yeah, just the way things were going in the second half and
Guess
how
I could
UConn was
put
making
Duke in the
shots
hot
there.
seat too. And Cam, is he definitely going, he's player of the year by somebody. He is a complete player, so Duke has turned out. You see how many Duke players are in the NBA right now? It's unbelievable. And,
So many there, yeah.
Quinn Snyder is great. He's still the coach of the Hawks, isn't he? I
Yes.
think so. Go ahead, Robert.
So what do you think about the Phillies and Giants tonight?
I think I'm going to be glued to the tube, my friend.
Late night baseball.
I stayed up to about 11:20, and the Phillies went up 5-4 in the seventh. I thought, you know what? If they don't win this game, I really don't want to watch it. So that's kind of my mindset. And then when I woke up in the middle of the night, I checked the score, and they won 6-4. So life
There
is
you
good.
go.
Life is good. Well, the Phillies started 1-2, so since then they're what, 5-2? My math is correct.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on the limb and say it's gonna be the Giants that wins that one tonight.
Okay. He's going to go with Giantes, to win tonight.
I thought you were my friend. Okay, Robert picks.
Also, it's not gonna be close.
Did you get that?
9-1.
9-1.
9-1. All right, I'm going to say Phillies win 7-3. Well, let's go to war. We'll see. Call back in next week. We'll see who has local bragging rights on the issue.
And my fellows are playing the Rockies tonight.
The Stros?
The Fellows are playing the Rockies.
Okay, Stros, the Hot Rockies. They won 2 in a row, I think.
I think so, yes.
Stros, Rockies. And how about you? You want to pick that game? Or you like the Rockies or the Astros?
I'll sit out on this one. I'll let you two kind of.
Okay, you got the Stros, right?
I got the Stros winning.
I say the Rockies win their 3rd in a row. All right.
I thought you were my friend.
Well, listen, I know it's a war between us, but we can be like Spangler Spring. We can be cordial until it's time to get serious. So, Robert, are you
2-2.
10-2? I thought you said 9-1. You're changing it?
I think he was talking about the Houston and the
Oh,
Rockies game.
the Stros and the Rockies. You're saying, Robert, 10-2. Oh, I'll say the Rockies win 6-5. So Wilson Contreras, I was watching that game too. The Brewers and
And the Red Sox there, yeah.
So one brother's on one team, the other, and he's the catcher for the
Catcher, yeah.
Brewers. And I watched part of that game, like I said, and the commentator said he's been hit 24 times by the Brewers since what, 5 years ago or something like that.
I think since he, been in the league because with him playing
in
for
the
the
Cardinals.
Cardinals and the Cubs there, so he has
So,
been seeing
yeah.
the Brewers a lot during his career. So
Same division. But that's a lot of times to get hit, period, yet alone by one team. So
Correct,
he didn't take
yeah.
kindly to it, and Murphy was giving it right back to him. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to be doing a new call calling.
all right,
All right, sounds good. Good luck at the races.
If you're listening, call in.
All right, play trivia. Tell your mom to play too. All right.
She's somewhere else tonight.
What? Tell her inexcusable. Inexcusable. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
well, kind of seeing the landscape of baseball, lots of injuries just within the first week and a half, and
Season ending?
there is one season ending, but there's some that are a couple weeks there. So I'll roll off some of the names here. Juan Soto, right calf, 2 to 3 weeks. Mookie Betts, right oblique, 4 to 6 weeks. Matthew Boyd, left oblique or left bicep, minimum probably be the 15-day. Cade Horton, right forearm, he is now out for the season.
Who's he? Kate?
Cade Horton, he's a rookie last year with the Cubs.
Okay.
right forearm. He is getting surgery.
Is he
He's
a
done.
pitcher?
Yeah, so he's done for the season. Alejandro Kurt, broken nose or broken left thumb.
Toronto catcher?
He's out for 6 to 8 weeks. And Hunter Brown,
He's
right
key to that.
shoulder strain, out.
Pitcher for the Astros?
He's out for at least probably 2 months there. So, of those names, what team is probably hurt the most there? I would probably say the Cubs with losing 2 starting pitchers in their rotation, one being out for the season. You look at Juan Soto, he hasn't.
Tell me the standings in the National League Central. I know,
yeah.
The Brewers are 8-2.
Yeah, the National League Central, you got the Brewers 8-2, Cincinnati Reds 7-3, the Buccos 6-4, Cardinals 5-5, and the Cubs 4-6.
Yeah, everybody picking the Cubs, or not everybody, but a lot of people picking the Cubs to prevail. So can they overcome these injuries? We'll see.
Yeah.
The Reds are probably about where fans would hope them to be out of the gate.
Especially without not having Hunter Green for extended time earlier in the season. Chase Burns has been pitching really well. In his last start there, going 7 innings there. So
And the Pirates potentially off to a good start. Like we said, we've seen that before.
yeah, I think this could be different from years past there. I think this is a team that could, kind of flirt with that 81 wins or maybe 83. I'm not saying a playoff team, but I can see them making that leap there, especially having a rotation with Mitch Keller, Bubba Chandler, and then Paul Skeens. Those 3, and then they just called up their top prospect, Connor Griffin.
Oh, yeah, 19-year-old shortstop.
So
Pop.
that.
Who's their closer? Now, Bednar is with the Yankees, isn't he?
I can get that in just a second here. With Bednar going to the Yanks, their depth chart right now, I think it is. They have Gregory Soto as their closer right now. So that's
Former
a guy
Philly,
that's
lefty.
and a former
Bad
Oriole there.
control
So
and a former Oriole, right. I wouldn't, that wouldn't be my long-term solution. We'll see what happens.
but see how the rest of the I look at where you're at Memorial Day weekend. You
Yeah.
could be in first May
It's a
1st,
long
but
way
yeah,
off.
that's
6 weeks off or more.
and that's a good litmus test of where you're at
They'll be
there.
about quarter way through the season at that point. 30 more games.
But then you're looking at a team that kind of started slow, like we mentioned earlier, is the Red Sox being 2-8, and just the way I put some stats on here with the Red Sox is
Pitching has been a problem, I know.
the pitching has been a big problem. They ranked 23rd with a 4.71 ERA. And runs scored, they only have 30, and that kind of ranks 21st in the league. So that's not going to win you games, and especially with runners on scoring possession, their average is 218, and they have struck out 23 times with 65 at bats. So that just tells you that they're not getting those insurance runs or getting
Clutch
those
hits.
timely hitting.
Yeah.
So I'm not hitting the panic button, but when you look at the Yankees, where they're at right now, the Red Sox are already 5.5 games back, to the Yanks. So
Garrett Cole, he's not back yet, correct?
probably June. They're not rushing him. Same with Carlos Rodon. Probably mid-May or late
So they're a
May.
great start, even with all these key starters out, is very buoying for Yankee fans. How
So
about Zach Wheeler? What's his prognosis? Any reports?
I think probably mid-May
Yeah.
is probably
I know,
the timetable.
You know how you always have those sites on Facebook or whatever, and you doubt their authenticity. I'm going to say something like good news, bad news for Zach Wheeler, and of course, they want you to click on and go down the rabbit hole and see all these ads and buy everything you see. But anyway. All right, so what else should we discuss?
We got
NBA?
NBA. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say NBA, and
Doncic out for the regular season. That means he'll be ready to go into playoffs.
well, they're saying it could be about a couple weeks.
Playoff
for his
start.
recovery there. Yeah,
When? This weekend? No, next
that would
weekend.
be next weekend there, the 18th, 19th there.
Okay.
So with the regular season. Then you have your playing round and all that there. So
Yeah, the
it-
play-in round, that's what starts the playoffs first, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, so they got to see who advances out of the play-in games. Right now, the Sixers are hanging tough,
and
but
they,
they've got a grueling schedule.
yeah, they
on
got the
road.
tiebreaker with the Raptors if they would, the head-to-head.
Yeah,
So
are they still tied?
right now the Raptors, have
A one-game lead,
their half game
a half game. Okay.
ahead of the 76ers,
That's
43 and
for
35.
sixth place and then avoid the play-in
Mm-hmm.
tournament.
I mean, 5 through 10, it's a very tight race there. A team that doesn't really get the recognition right now is the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
They're 18-2 in their last 20 games, and no one really talks about
and
them.
no Trey Young, they traded him to the Wizards. Mm-hmm. And Quinn Snyder, he's going to get some Coach of the Year votes, I'm sure.
I would imagine, yes.
Or
Or
18-2 over their last 20.
yeah.
That'll get you noticed.
It's kind of tough with Coach of the Year just because, you look at the Pistons and you look at, I know the Pistons were,
Up and coming.
up and coming, but for them to get the 1 seed, that will probably, swing voters and all that there. Same with, San Antonio being, 2.5.
I couldn't tell you the name of their coach.
To be honest, I don't know either.
About Dagnall repeating, the guy for the Thunder. Mm-hmm. He'll get some votes, I'm sure. They
but-
still have the best record in the league, don't they?
Yes,
Thunder?
the Thunder's record is 62-16, and the Pistons is 57-22. So
What are the Spurs?
the Spurs are 60-19.
So the Spurs are second team in the league, and all right. Well, what about football? The draft's coming up.
Yeah, I don't have too much football news there, other than the draft being in 2 weeks. So we'll kind of hone in with the football talk there. I don't know whether we got the ET tracker. I know we were talking about before.
We did
we
six.
went live
You said
there.
6.
I'm not sure if we did.
All right. So
yeah.
how about the Masters? That's coming up this weekend.
We
isn't
got
it?
that. It's supposed to be really nice weather for the Masters. It might be, the first time in a long while that we don't have rain, playing a factor. It's supposed to be 70s, 80s all the way through Thursday into Sunday. So that the weather shouldn't be a rule with that there. So last year I picked the winner for the Masters. I went with Roy, finishing the Grand Slam.
McIlroy.
Yeah, I went with Rory McIlroy.
Yeah. Who do you got this year?
This year, I'm going to go with a player that hasn't won the Masters yet, and I'm going to go with Bryson DeChambeau. He's been
Muscle bound.
very close over the last couple years.
Is
So
he still in the live?
he's in the live there, yeah.
I'm going
so-
to go with Scotty Scheffler.
Going with Scotty with his third jacket there. So
Hey, I think he's still the number 1 player in the world, isn't he?
yeah, he's the favorite to win. So
All right, I'll play the favorite on this occasion. So any other sports that we should be, how about Shaquille O'Neal's he's a commissioner of Dunkman.
I haven't really watched it.
It was on the pregame of the college, and Shaq was on there talking about it. It's going to be teams and with judges and,
Okay.
it's 24 teams or something like that. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I guess the other thing is
I won't watch it, but
I probably won't either. Yeah.
shelf life, I don't know. It could be, somebody must pick up the pilot, but
The other is UNC got their new head coach there for the men's basketball. That is Michael Malone. He was
former Nuggets coach?
Nuggets coach there, so he is now the head coach there. So
He was unemployed, I guess, for
he
a
was
year and a
working
half
with
or something?
working with ESPN there for analysts there. So
Okay, well,
I'm not sure what UNC's motive is there, but they go with former head coaches that were in the professional ranks there with Bill Belichick for football, and now Michael
is
Malone.
his girlfriend going to get an assistant coach job?
Maybe I don't know with that aspect there.
I don't know, it's like a soap opera. Are they still an item? We don't know. Stay tuned. Join us next week for the Bill Belichick story. Well, special thanks to Sean and Jordan, and we wish Jordan a speedy recovery from his injury. And Corey, any shout outs, words of wisdom, parting thoughts?
Trying to think here, I kind of hit everything on the
You checked all the boxes?
checked all the
Okay.
boxes there, and
So
yeah.
did we. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, sports fans. Thanks to Robert for calling, and until next time, sports fans, good night. Mahalo. Micro.
I don't want it, but it comes. I don't need it, but it comes.